Hello, welcome to part 6 of the Mega Man X hard type tutorial. 100% is Chill Penguin stage. One of my favorites. So it starts off with this. If you really want, you can use this, but the ammo is kind of precious in certain circumstances. Personally, there's a few ways to get up here. Easiest first, you can wall kick up to here and then jump up. Slower to do 2 wall kicks, but it is one. Faster to get a low kick here. And get up here. From here, you want to be dashing. The shot doesn't have to be late, but the jump does. The shot has to be while you're dashing though. Shoot it and then dash, it's not going to have the proper effect. You're dashing and you jump late enough, land on there. Talking about a more advanced way to do this beginning, front of your head, once it hits this part where it starts to roll off, if you jump, it puts you right where it's perfect. You know, you kill him with the lemon as you jump over. It puts you in the perfect spot to do a slope jump up here, which is better than a wall kick. Like that. Jump and do another. You want to keep this shot low. I want to kill this guy here, this bunny. If you decide you want to kill that guy, do it a little higher. It is possible to kill all 3 of them with only 2 parts of that shot. Starting here, noob strats, you can jump, do a tornado, and it kills everything. Pretty fast. Very nice. But it does involve a bit of hesitation. Right here, you have to wait for it to blow up that first thing. Where there's another way. Now you'll get drops there. You gotta just be ready for them. The next way is to do a jump here. You land about here, where your foot is about middle of the lower log. Ideally, fire a tornado. It'll kill this guy instantly, and get your feet on the ground instantly to dash again. That's the idea. Get your feet back on the ground as soon as possible to dash. Dash. Go down like that, you get up here really quickly, minimal hesitation, saves a few frames compared to alternative. Right here, there are some fun strats that are doable. My favorite strat that I no longer do is Blade Dance. It is kind of the beginner strat-ish, I guess. I mean, you can just fall and it just helps to shoot them. You got this boomerang that kills this next enemy for you. It lets you sting through here. This level has lots of different options, things that can happen. Double blade dance. And it allows you to switch to charge tornado and BAM! Kill those guys up there. And then come up here, fire tornado right as you're crossing the line to get to here. You don't want to jump up too high too early, because that guy spawns and spawn in a bad place, so I'm gonna get up later. A green sting shot dashing right here for some reason will usually kill this guy. Okay, there. That bonked me. A backup in case you end up in this situation. You can just throw in an extra wall kick and go over him. But for this, you just shoot the first 3 bats, and it gets them out of your way. If you don't shoot them, you can bonk them. Getting them out of your way makes it easier to land on this surface instead of getting a wall kick here. The other bats aren't as much of a danger. And it's pretty sweet. If you get double blade dance, you end up killing 4 bats with a single boomerang. This is boss ammo, so it does use some boss ammo. That is a factor to keep in mind. And there is faster movement that you can get through here. You can slope jump up here instead of doing a wall kick. Better. Then do a jump tornado. That'll take out the next bat. And I watch the arms. I don't even watch my height. I just watch my arms for this one. Once his arms have been out for a specific number of frames, it's about the same as the animation itself when I kick. And it puts me in a spot where I can land this dash out. Get up here really quick. Doing that method, it's better to use lemons falling here instead of boomerangs. It's harder to hit the bats, but faster. So it's the first 2 are like bam, bam, spaced out, but the last 4, the second of the first 2 included, there's a longer delay on the first 2 than there is the rest. So it's like ideally you get the wall kick up here as well. And it gets you ready to charge tornado here. You can tornado this guy without stopping. Let's swap twice. And kill that guy. Getting down here, you just kind of zip past that guy and climb. I don't think I have really anything else to say about that section, except that, like, if you do go for the blade dance. Actually, I am not done talking about that section. Blade dance, stops here. You right swap twice. Invincibility through. A lot easier here. Sometimes it doesn't kill this bat though, or you'll take a bonk down here somehow. If you take a bonk, there's a backup where you can switch to fire and fire wave this guy, so you still don't have to stop. You don't have to take an additional bonk. It only uses up a little bit of fire. Fire really goes. You can't even get a full charge of fire and you're out. Very, very powerful weapon in this game. It's also a weakness for many bosses. Talk about that back up. Sometimes this bat will rise up. If you do the double blade dance method, or if you end up C-stinging at all, you can get a big ammo here. It'll let you C-sting through this next section. C-stinging through it looks like this. Ideally, you don't want really any drops for the most part, but if you can use 2 C-sting, These, I look at these little hashes in the ice, where there's the short and long ones. On this second one here, this is where I start my charge, and it allows a unique thing. It allows you to kill an enemy with Fire Wave, and then instantly farm him for Sea Sting ammo. So you shoot here, swap the fire as late as possible. I do one swap, and then I switch. And as soon as I switch to fire, I hit R, but then I hold L and R. And it'll keep shooting fire until it's pink, and then it'll instantaneously put me to Buster. And if he drops a big ammo, then I'll have enough Sea Sting to make it through here. As long as I had four bars, as long as I had 2 ammo left. Which you can also get it from this bat. If you had a movement mistake and bats up here, you can get the big ammo from that. You can get it from one of those spike dudes, or you could have just not used Sea Sting down here and you just use Sea Sting. But it is a pretty, it is a reaction thing. If you get it or not. Because if you don't, you do that. If you do, you boom. Ability. So, the non-Sea Sting method. Sea Sting method, I'll show it once more before I move on. Get right up to this guy. Use the Sea Sting. Kick, and you do a little pre-excel. Because if you just dash, you'll clip this wall. Lose your dash speed. So you do a little pre-excel. If you don't, if you clip the wall or something, if you just clip this wall, you might be able to still make it through and get a proper bonk if you had good movement. But a lot of times, you'll come here, one swap to the right, and you can fire wave these guys, get them out of your way. This platform here, okay, I'll show you, actually that's the next spot, so I'll move on to the other way. This isn't necessarily, all these things I'm showing aren't necessarily like new or advanced strats, except for doing blade dance versus not. Blade dance is a really fun strat. It's very satisfying to hit too, but get a charge up. You can kill this guy if you want, or you can jump over him if you want to avoid the possible drop. And when you land, you shoot. It is possible to have the entire pink shot, like it'll kill this guy, but then the rest of the pink shot gets absorbed by the guy up there. That's kind of ideal, then you can get and do the 2 left swap a little bit sooner as you're getting to the next platform. Right here, switch to a tornado, shoot, and then go. You have to stop for a moment. Shoot, go, dash, shoot again. Now right here, I start walking right about here. These guys won't bother you if you, well, I start walking right about here. The fastest way to get through without Sea Sting that I found is to shoot a tornado here. And the very moment that it shoots, you want to jump up. So you don't want to be off to the right or anything. That doesn't help it be faster. The only thing that makes proceeding fastest through here is as soon as you shoot this tornado, you jump. So, this enemy is already dead. Kill him here. Jump, get up here. Here, there's kind of a no-stop technique. Enemy's supposed to be dead. This enemy dies as you approach. That pre-excel that I did, you do that and you land Right about where that health drop is. Right, he's just gonna keep spawning there, so. Sometimes you have to let go of right to make it work. Like that time I would have had to. But you can land here, and then you can jump over that guy, and then jump over here. It's a pretty nice little no-stop section strat. Then you need fire next. But that's aside from the point. This spot here, an easier way is to drop down, do a wall kick, and shoot. Or shoot. Dash off. Hesitate for a moment. There's a lot of different options. Dash off, get slowed down, and then shoot a tornado. The whole purpose of the no stop is that you need some sort of delay to be able to kill that guy who's in your face. Sometimes they'll kill him with fire, or I used to. But that's the limiting factor, because by the time he shows up, if you moved optimally, tornado is still on the screen and you cannot use any weapons to destroy him. So any amount of hesitation, you can just blast another tornado in it. Or if you want to conserve your tornado in case something's wrong in the mech section, you can use fire. This part. This right here, this surface that I'm on. Alright, you can make it one single dash. You have to do a wall kick, and eliminating dashes is ideal. Personally, I always do 2 dashes on there if I have to go across the whole thing. It's a little bit more consistent. Moving on. Oh, this level's going by pretty quick. Okay. Next time, we want to have fire equipped, beginner strats. I want to make sure this guy's aggro if he punches. Let that bug touch me. A lot of damage. Get up here. You can even break this with your mech by punching it if you feel like. Hit the heart. And I'll talk about exiting the heart after I talk about all the strats. The idea, if you leave this guy behind or if you kill him, is instantly another mech in your face. And then guess what? There's another mech in your face. Guess what? There's another mech in your face. There's this whole place is lined with mech spawns. So you want to do what you can to avoid them. To do it a little easier, you want him to punch you. If he doesn't punch you and you make contact damage, then the bug later will kill you. For easier methods, you want to make sure he follows you. Hit the bug, take one step to the left, you don't have to. Your jump should be like once you start to fall is when you want to jump. And depending on where exactly you jump from, it makes what different things are ideal. But these mechs don't have a lot of HP. That was body damage. You can tell because they got knocked back so far. So get him to punch you, get him to follow you, walk the bug, get up. There wasn't very much lag because this guy was lollygagging about way back there. Like turned backwards for some reason. that ledge. If you miss it, tornado one of these guys, it'll kind of stun him a bit, and he'll be super close to being dead. More advanced. When he punches you, you can just go and hope that he follows you. Sometimes you get in this kind of scenario. Personally, I hope for that scenario. I try and manipulate this first guy to jump, so I jump. Sometimes he'll do that, and that's not a bad option. Actually, if he does that and then he follows you, it's kind of nice. If he follows you just long enough, you can get like some rare, optimal RNG. But otherwise, you want him, he'll usually just jump. Jump and punch you like that, almost always. And followed me a little better than he usually does that time. But then there will be enemies at the end. And what you want to do is, while you're in the air, before you touch the ground, punch them. And that allows you... Doing it while you're in the air is beneficial because then you can jump right away. Or it just helps. And kind of like that. So there I let him follow me. Because otherwise there was going to be a guy in my face. But typically, I won't stop for anything. I'll just go. Try and manipulate him. That's not good. Now the bug would kill me. Another contact damage one would kill me. There's variable lag on this part if you do the advanced way. If you do the basic way, basic jump where you make sure he punches you. I punched him to aggro him there. Bonk the bug. You're gonna get about the same amount of lag every time, so it's easier. But this way, faster. Sometimes that'll happen. Different things happen. There's actually kind of a wide range that you can make it. You can make it anywhere from about here to down here. Down here, your mech isn't gonna forward at all, or move downwards at all to make the jump. Or up here, you're gonna have to move down, have it travel downwards a little bit longer than and you will lose runs to this jump if you go for it. But if you don't, you're losing a bunch of time. Anyways. Nifty little mech glitch you can do that's not usable. You can use kind of that I discovered. But since it's not useful, I won't talk about it anymore. If things go wrong and your mech dies, sometimes it's better just to take a death, especially for consistency's sake, because when you get back here, you're going to have the mech already in your face, and if you're going for easier strats, then your mech is taking more damage. The easier strats take more damage. I mean, I get hit here, and by this. So, one damage, or one hit from any source, and it's gonna break. So I missed the jump. If I do that and hop in here, there's a chance to break. So I have to make sure that makes sense. But with this method, if I miss it, the contact damage, so I can still take a punch and get a quick backup. So that's a benefit. If you do the harder strat, it gives you on a backup. Alright, leaving the heart area. Ideally you want to do a small jump off, and the mech will be right there. If you jump too high, he'll be in front of you. If you don't jump at all, he's on the screen longer, and you get extra lag frames. So just to optimally, you can just dash off of here. Fine. You will get punched sometimes if you do that though. Little hop also saves you from that. The movement, there's a couple of options. Could take these long ones, in which case you could, whatever. If you take the long things, you can jump from over here. You really want. Not really better. I take the short ones. Try and land as far left as I can on them to eliminate being stopped by these for any amount of frames. You can like avoid them. Right here, I consider starting from here. This is the vertical movement section. This wall kick that you get puts you perfectly up here. You can't jump up there from here. So get a wall kick. From right here is where you want to start your charge if you're going to try and flame saber the snowball. Or perhaps you just want to conserve your fire ammo and not save the very few frames. Right about here at the end, or about there, you jump, and then you fire wave through that. There you go. It's not easy. The snowballs don't just explode instantly from fire like in vanilla. So this will actually take some practice if you want to do it consistently. It's about being consistent on your timing of switching to fire. That is very important. Where you jump off and when you switch are very important aspects to this. And it's sort of a time and feel thing too. Because like you can see the fire ammo as you fall, it's kind of spaced out. Well, the alignment of that spacing is what determines if you kill the snowball or not. You can also have a bad dash. Like I was talking, you want to have good dashes all the time whenever possible. Or, you know, with the Zen, I was saying, like, even just jumping in place can help increase skills. Doing different things. I forget where I was going with that. But anyway, oh yeah, I remember. The dash here, you can do a bad dash, and that will increase your chances of things. If you miss your dash altogether, you're just like that, except it didn't work. So when you start charging, you want to press R once, but you only have to press it once to get it back. I did not do a bad dash there, but you get the idea. There. That kind of guarantees you kill it, but the delay kind of what you're trying to avoid. So it kind of defeats the purpose. Because that's about the same amount of delay as it takes to get over a ball. Okay, without doing that, very short delay. But you can't quite get over it without doing something. If you... Okay, so... R again, now you left swap. Ability. All this, yes. These guys have 7 health. Dash lemons do 2. Dots do 2. They're not fun to try and get through. So always make sure you have that C-sting. You do have to get through this section. Try and jump over the snowballs and walk through these guys. I mean, if you want to try and take them out with tornadoes would be good. Killing these guys. So, if you used advanced strats during the fall instead of blade dance, much cooler strat in my opinion, you'll have full ammo here. Boomerangs. Now this fight, you'll approach the door and you'll be able to start charging from there. which case you can jump up to him and get a blue shot off. And I recommend charging after that first boomerang, because he's almost always going to slide. It's this thing. He'll be less likely to slide. He does not flinch. Dash lemons don't do anything, like I said before. If he does that attack, and you are up against the wall, you cannot hold left and wall kick. Like if he's blowing the blizzard to the right, you have to hold towards the wall to be able to kick. Otherwise you just fall and die. These little pits in the middle, you can fall down them, and you can also mostly ignore them, so it makes them a little dangerous. You can do things like this, shoot the boomerang farther away, try and get him. Every time you fire wave him, it resets his AI and he flies. But I will, when he blizzards, I'll vary a common, put him through a fire wave pattern. And one fire wave pattern is often enough that you stop worrying about stupid charge strats and just take him out. In this scenario, when he has 4 health, or when he has his last hit, you want to do it with fire if possible, because it's a frame perfect weapon. And this fight just takes... This is a very complicated fight that takes a lot of practice to do well. Personally, I would start it off like this. Typically does that. And when I shoot this boomerang here, I can control if it goes up or down based on what he does after I've shot the thing. I don't do a lot of those, but like you can do stuff like that and have it hit him. It's usually not really worth it compared to getting optimal hits, even with fire. Since he doesn't flinch, it's a lot less likely that he'll... another thing. Pink shots, the bubble typically only does 1 damage to a boss, and the actual shot itself more. Once he slides, lemon, start charging, boom. Now if he has 3 health, you want to hit him with the lemon, then some fire. But ideally you want to keep him on a even numbered health cycle. It's helpful to count the damage sometimes. If you miss a boss shot or it gets tanked or you eats it with bosses, any boss, you gotta make sure you subtract numbers if you're counting how much buster damage he's gotten. I count fire as the buster category because this is the optimal weapon to use, since it doesn't reset his RNG. Although fire, you can get him back to back to back to back, regardless of what RNG he does. He can't try and jump out of your way, but each time fire, he could be sliding. I think this about sums it up. The walls are not slippery, but you gotta watch out for those spikes. I do want to talk about one thing. I want to show off. I want him to use his blizzard attack, or maybe I'll just get that. Okay, I'll just talk about it instead of showing, because it can take a while. It could take a couple minutes. For next scenarios, down here, there is a wall. And you can be kicking down there. You can see the top of your head. You can see the light blue pixel there. If you get down here, you can survive, but you have to stay there until he uses the snow attack in the blizzard attack in the right direction. Or else you can't get out because you're hitting your head. You just gotta sit there and mash the kick button. I'm not mashing as fast as it looks like I am. I'm like press, like that. But then you can get out that way. It can take a minute, but sometimes you don't want to die. And it is a backup. Very handy. And that's about it for this level. He can freeze you and you'll fall to your doom. Sometimes. Just gotta watch out for that. I think I covered everything. Luck with this stage. This coolest stage in more than one aspect. So, thanks for watching, and we'll be back again with Mark Mandrel.